Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, we are from group 1. In here we are gonna present our discussion about verbs, adjective, and noun. Before we continue the presentation, let us introduce ourselves. First, my name is Raden Akbar Abinaya Bastomi with last 3-digit NPM 109.
Hello guys, my name is Marika Pranama and my last 3-digit NPM is 293.
My name is Muhammad Fahri Ahnaful Mahdi and my last 3-digit NPM is 237.
First, there is verbs. The definition of verbs is a form of action that part of the parts of speech that has main role in forming clauses and sentence. Also, a word that functions to describe an action or state directly or indirectly and visibly. Simply put, a verb is an action word to describe something done by the subject. The function of verb. Verb or action word can functions to tell about what happens to the subject so that a clause or sentence can produce a complete meaning. For example, I already watched the movie with my family. And the next one is type of verbs. There are several types of verbs such as action verb, stative verb, transitive verb, intransitive verb, helping verb, regular verb, irregular verb, modal verb, and linking verb. Action verb. Action verbs are verbs that refer to action you do that can be seen by others. Another name for action verbs is dynamic verbs. For example, I swim with my niece or we run this morning. The second one is stative verb. The opposite of action verbs or dynamic verbs is stative verbs. Stative verbs are verbs to describe the state of the subject that rely on feelings. For example, I love you or you like to eat a sandwich. And the third one is transitive verbs. Transitive verbs are verbs that explain the direct object that has been done by the subjects. For example, Jim kicked the ball. Kick is a transitive verb that refers to a direct action toward an object, namely a ball as a noun. The fourth one is intransitive verb. Intransitive verbs are verbs that do not explain the direct object of what the subject does. So, intransitive verbs are not followed by noun. Example, she lives in a quiet neighborhood. In a quiet neighborhood is an adverb that shows the verb performed by the subject. And the fifth is helping verbs or auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are verbs that are added to other verbs to change the meaning of different sentences according to their purpose and mood. For example, I'm walking on the road. That is present continuous tense, and I was walking on the road. That is past continuous tense. And the sixth is linking verb. Linking verbs aim to connect subject and describe information. Some verb that was used is be, become, seem, appear, and grow. For example, Mike is a great dancer. Is a linking verb that connects Mike, the subject, and a great dancer with its adverb. And the seventh is modal verbs. Modal verbs are derived from auxiliary verbs. However, modal verbs are auxiliary verbs that function to show ability, possibility, or necessity in sentence. For example, we can cook Italian food. She may drive from Jakarta to Bandung by herself. The eighth is regular verbs. Regular verbs is a verb that form the past tense and the participle by adding the suffix it or the in the end of the verbs. For example, jump becomes jumped, cries become cried. And the last one is irregular verb. Irregular verbs are the opposite of regular verbs, where the past form of the verb does not end with it or the. This applies to verbs do and verb 3, which often appear in passive sentence. Example: eat verb 1, become ate verb 2, and eaten verb 3.
The second is adjective. The definition: adjective are words that function to explain, describe, or limit pronoun or noun that are still general. The use of adjective can be exemplified by the phrase below. And the function: in general, the function of adjective is as follows. The first, subjective complement. The example is his idea is brilliant. And then objective complement. The example is let's make it possible. And the third, modifier of non-phrase. The example is full-scale economic. And the last is head of adjective phrase. The example is completely new. The type of adjective. The first is absolute adjective and attributive adjective, predicative adjective, appositive adjective, and then comparative adjective. Absolute adjective. Absolute adjective are a group of adjectives that have no comparison or are already the highest description. The example is the girl is dead. However, we can give a measure to absolute adjective by adding meaningful adverb such as almost, nearly, and virtually. The example is the girl is almost dead. The attributive adjective. Attributive adjective usually come before noun and function to describe or change the state of the noun in more detail without a linking verb. The example is I love my fat cat. The adjective fat is an attributive adjective because its position is before the noun cat and provide a detailed description. And then predicative adjective. Predicative adjective are adjectives that usually do not appear before a noun but appear after a linking verb: be, become, grow, look, or seem. The example is my cat is fat. And appositive adjective. Appositive adjective are the traditional grammatical term for an adjective or series of adjectives that follow a noun and are usually preceded by a comma or a hyphen. The example is Lisa is a tall, slim, strong, and short-haired girl. And the last is comparative adjective. Comparative adjective are a form of adjective that function to compare something, better or worse, more or less, also bigger or small, marked with the suffix or using the word more or less. The example is it's easier to read than to write.
And the third is a noun. Definition: noun is the name of an object, anything in this world that has a name, whether it can be felt, seen, tasted, touched, heard, smelled, or not, such as people, place, things, even ideas or notion is noun. Function: noun's function is to name all objects and concepts in the world, whether they are physically visible or abstract. The characteristic of a noun is that it cannot be combined with the word. No. Example, please Bandung bedroom class country. Type of noun: common noun, proper noun, countable noun, uncountable noun, abstract noun, concrete noun, plural noun. Common noun. A common noun is a name or item that is still general in nature for a group or category. Example, city, mount, and girl. Proper noun. Proper noun is a noun that tells about specific name like person, place, month, attention, age. Example, Tina, Switzerland, Augustus. Countable noun. Countable nouns are nouns that can be count or quantified, even though there might be a very large number of them. If we use some, any, a few, and many, they must be followed by a plural noun. The example, a cat, an apple on table. Uncountable noun. Uncountable noun is a noun that cannot be counted. Example, a little sand, some water. Abstract noun. Abstract noun is a noun that cannot be observed by the five senses. General the characteristic of abstract nouns and which is age, ends, eons, science, tion, dumb, hot, ice, many, sheep. The example, freedom, courage, happiness, motivation. Concrete noun. Concrete noun are nouns that can be observed by the five senses, can be seen, touched, felt, smelled, and heard. The example, pen, eraser, computer, classroom. Plural noun. Plural noun are nouns that are more than one in number, but can be counted. The example, books, cars, pen.
That's all for our presentation. Thank you for listening our presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.